Okay, so for this course we will download some videos. So all of those videos are from different websites, and these are the website that I'm going to show you. Okay, so you can download all of the photos, illustration, vectors, videos, music, sound effects, GIFs from these websites, and you can use them for commercial purposes. So there will be no strike and no kind of that thing. And normally myself, I use content from these websites, and I have not received a single strike. So I recommend you to, instead of buying stock footages, use them from these websites. You can see that there are 4.3 million stock images and videos are available. Okay, so the first website is the pixabay.com. This is the URL. Okay, so you can, this is the home of the Pixabay. There are different images. Then if you go to photos, you will see the photos according to the trend. And then you will go to illustrations. You will see some vectors, and these are amazing. You can animate all of these vectors in After Effects. And the next is vectors and illustrations, both are the same thing. And the videos, we will be using some of the videos from this website in our course. Okay, you can just, in order to download any video, you have to just click on it and then click on download and determine which resolution you want. So normally 720p is the low resolution, 1080p is the standard, and this is, I don't know what this resolution is, but this is the higher resolution. So you can see that it has been downloaded by 28,000 people. Okay, so this is the first website, which is a pixabay.com. The second, okay, the more thing you can use is the music. These are musics that are royalty free. You don't need to give any credit and that kind of thing. You just need to use this music. So this is amazing website. Then these are the sound effects. So I recommend you to spend 15 minutes on this website so that you can understand what this website is offering and how you can save your time during content creation. Okay, now the next website is the pixels.com. This is the website similar to the previous one, but it does have only photos and videos. So if you go into videos, you will see these videos, and these are the topics that you can pick. Dangerous. In order to download any video, you just have to click on it and then click on this arrow and download the required version. Okay, now the next video I'm going to tell you. Okay, so this is the pixels.com. The next video is the mix kit. Okay, so this website is the stock video, stock music, sound effects, and the new thing here is the video templates. Okay, I will tell you about the video templates within a few minutes. So you can see the images. If you go into stock videos, you can download the videos from this website. You can use the stock music. There are hundreds of music. You can use the sound effects like rocket whoosh, dog barking. Okay, so I recommend you to spend some time on this website also. Okay, so this is the free video templates. Okay, so so these templates are available for 4 softwares. The one is Premiere Pro, After Effects, DaVinci Resolve, and Final Cut Pro. So for this course, we will be using Premiere Pro and After Effects. So let's see them. Click on View More to open it. So these, all of them are templates of Premiere Pro. You can just click them, and I think there is no preview for this one. Particle explosion logo. Okay, so these are the After Effects templates. So normally After Effects templates will be related to the motion graphics, and Premiere Pro templates will be related to the video editing. You can see this is the template. You can So after importing this template in your Premiere Pro, you can change the logo, you can give it your name. Okay, you can see this template. So spend some of time of your day into this website, and remember, always do smart work, not hard work, because your client does not care about your effort, he cares about the result. So these are some of the videos that I have downloaded from those websites. So you can download some of them by yourself. You are not going to need all these, because I have downloaded, I think, 148 videos. I think you will be needing around 25. So download 25 videos that you like. Okay, I can't include these videos with the course because right now I am selling the course, and if I include these videos with the course, then this will mean that I am also selling these videos, and I don't want to provoke the license. So that's why I can't include these videos inside the course, but you can download these videos by going to those websites. And these are very high quality and great videos. Okay, and one tip I want to give you is to download all of the videos in similar resolution, like 10. If you are downloading one video with 1080p resolution, so download all of them with the 1080p resolution. And that's it. Welcome everyone. In this video we are going to talk about Adobe Premiere Pro. So we are not going to go towards any technical side. So why we need Premiere Pro? So Premiere Pro is a software that is used for video editing, and that is the only purpose of the Premiere Pro. You can't do anything else except video editing in Premiere Pro, but you can do a lot of things in After Effects, and then we will cover After Effects later. But right now the question come in mind that why we need video editing. So you can see that when you are creating a video, you are going to make some mistakes, and you need a video editor to fix that mistakes, to create captions, to apply some color grading, to apply some effects, to use some layers and text. So that's why video editors are hired for the video editing. And as you know, learning Adobe Premiere Pro is pretty easy. That's why I'm going to cover Premiere Pro first, and then we will move towards Adobe After Effects for some high level animation and motion graphics. Okay, so after opening the Adobe Premiere Pro, you will see a welcome screen. Right now my welcome screen is not showing, so there is nothing to worry about if your welcome screen is not visible. Just close this window. Okay, and then go to File, click on New and New Project. So what is a project? In project we will import different stuff like images, videos and other things, and then we will combine all of these images. We will do some editing, and all of these editings are done inside a project. So click on the project. Okay, so then this window will appear. Okay, this is the new window. It is different from Adobe Premiere Pro version from 2021. Okay, so this window will appear. So right now there are already footages provided by Adobe after Adobe company. Okay, so you can use these videos for the video editing. Okay, so if you want to preview the video, you just have to hover your mouse on the video and move slowly, and you can see the preview of the video. Okay, you can also browse your computer by going into local disk CDE and pick the videos from there. Okay, so these are two ways to import videos and stuff. Okay, right now this is the location, tutorial, going on project, footage. So this is the location. This is the zoom in and zoom out of the project window. And then right now they are appearing as in a grid view. You can change their appearance, and when you change the appearance, you can see the duration, you can see the creation date, you can see the frame size. Right now all of them are 360p, which means that Okay, so the standard resolution is 1080p, so this resolution is very much lower. The frame rate is 23, so the frame rate means that in a single second 23 different pictures are used to create a video. Okay, so let's go back to grid view. In grid view you can see the preview. Okay, you can sort them according to the creation date and this date thing. You can filter the file types like videos, audio, or images only. Okay, so do some experiment with all of those things. And this is called a directory viewer, and from here you can search your video. So this is just a simple project window. Okay, this window is present under the import tab. You can see the import tab. Okay, right now you can give it a project name, so let's give it a project name. First, this will be the location of our project. You can change it by clicking on it. These are some templates, like if you want to upload your video to the social media or standard template. So right now normally I don't use any template. Okay, then this is the sequence. Don't worry, I will tell you about what is a sequence later. This is the automatic transcription. I will tell you about this later. This is the new bin. So new bin in Premiere Pro is like a new folder. And this is the copy media. So now you know almost everything about this window. Okay, there is nothing so hard in this window, just everything is straightforward. Okay, so after giving the name, only name is important. You don't need to import anything right now from here. Just insert a name and click create. And what it will do, it will create a project. Okay, right now it is showing the error, which is audio setup issue. Right now I have not connected any speaker to my computer. That's why that issue is appearing. Okay, so this is our user interface of Adobe Premiere Pro, and this interface lies under the edit section. You can go back to the import section by clicking here. You can go into the edit section. You can see the welcome screen, or you can call it a home, and from here you can export your videos. And that's it for now. Okay, so after creating a project in Adobe Premiere Pro, you want to access the settings of the project. So to do that, go to File, go to Project Settings, click on General. And now these are the settings, project settings in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so this is the renderer, and you might not be seeing this renderer because it is related to NVIDIA graphic card. So if you have NVIDIA graphic card installed, this renderer will be used for your videos, and it is faster and it is quick. But if you don't have the NVIDIA card, your Premiere Pro will use software only engine, and it's a little bit slower, but I think both of them work if you okay, now the next thing is the display format. Right now it is set to timecode. So what is the timecode? You can see this thing here. This is called the timecode. This thing here is called frames. This is called seconds. This is called minutes. This is called hours. Don't worry, we will see it when we create some videos. The next thing is the frames. So instead of time codes, the time will be displayed in the form of the frames. Again, I will tell you about it when we edit some videos. This is the display format of the audio, which is audio samples or milliseconds. Okay, in the next tab are the color settings. I recommend you to search all of these color settings on internet. Okay, the next tab is the scratch disk. So it is going to save the videos in this specific path, like captured video, captured audio, This means that you are going to record audio with the help of your microphone, so it is going to store in the same path as project, which is this path. Okay, so these are about the path settings, and this is the adjust settings. Okay, right now just stick to the general. This is the name of the project, and click OK, and it will update all of the settings according to the project settings. Okay, so before moving on, I want to talk about the workspaces. So right now we have the import section here, we have the program section here, and this is the section where we can edit things, and this is the timeline. Okay, now we can change the workspace by clicking on this button. Right now it is set to essential. You can change it to vertical, learning, editing. So depending upon how you like it, you can change the workspace. Normally I use the essential all of the time. You can create on your own workspaces. Okay, right now if I expand it like this, you will see we have only 5 tabs. Okay, when we go to window, you can see that there are many different things that are not available right now. So let's say I want to see the reference monitor. You can just click on it, and now reference monitor is here, and this is the media browser, this is the learn. So you can drag and drop it here like this, and after setting the workspaces according to your requirement, like changing the media browser and changing the tabs, you can create a new workspace by saving as new and give it some name. Or if you don't like your changes, you can always reset it. So I'm going to reset it, and you can see all of the workspaces has been reset. So in this way you can change the workspace, create a new workspace, and reset existing workspace. It's important to take a note about the workspace, because it is going to increase your productivity a lot if you use the proper workspace. And that's it. Now let's talk about the user interface of Adobe Premiere Pro. You already know about this import section. Okay, normally I don't use it a lot. Okay, now this is the edit section, and we are going to use and create all of the stuff in this section. Okay, so this is the section where you are going to import your videos. So in order to import it, you can right click and choose import, or you can double click on this section. So just double click, and it is going to open the browser. Right now I have downloaded these videos, so I'm going to pick any of them. Okay, so this is our video is imported. Okay, if you can expand it like this, you will see the information about the video, like the frame rate, which is 29 fps. This means that this video is consisting of 30 pictures that are displayed together in a single second. Okay, this is the length of the video, which is 55 seconds. Okay, and you can scroll and to see the other stuff. Okay, now let's get back to it. Okay, now I want to show the contents of this video. To do that, you can just double click on it, and now you will see that inside the source, Adobe Premiere Pro is showing the preview of your video. Okay, you can move this slider. Okay, right, if your video is lagging, you can change the resolution to 1:4, 1:8. If you set it to full, it is going to display the complete resolution of the video, like, okay, and you can change it to 1:8 if the video is lagging. Okay, you can see right now it is set to fit. You can change the zoom amount as you want and change to fit again, and now it is resetted. So in this way you can see the contents of your imported video. Okay, now from this view you can cut a specific part of the video. Okay, so this is called mark in and this is called mark out. Okay, now let's say I want to cut the video from the 10 second. So just I have moved the slider here. I am going to click on this button. You can see the shortcut is I on your keyboard, but just click it. You can see this area is highlighted. Okay, I want the length of the video from 10 second to 23 second, and again I am going to use a mark out. Remember to use mark in and mark out both together. If you use the mark out and did not use the mark in, it is not going to get exported correctly. Remember to use them at the same time like I have done here. Okay, so what it does, it allows us to import the specific section of our video. Okay, so now let's import this specific section of our video into the timeline. So to do that, you can drag and drop your video like this, or you can see when I have drag and drop my complete video, switch to program to see the result of this timeline of this sequence. Okay, now we are playing our sequence. So you can see when I have drag and drop my video, it has imported the complete video. Okay, now if I go to the source and drag and drop this part here, so it has imported that specific section. Okay, let's double click on our video and move these brackets to the end, and let's import the complete video. And now you can see the length of our video is much larger and we have trimmed a smaller section with the previous technique. Okay, so in this way you can add a small section of your video into your sequence. So this whole thing that we are going to work on is called a sequence, and I will talk about it in upcoming videos. So in the project section video, I talked about the time code. Okay, I talked about this time code. So I told you to I will explain it in next videos. So right now we have our video, and when you go to the end, you will see the length of our video is 12 seconds. Okay, now if you hold Control on your keyboard and you click on this here, it will change the format. If you click again and click again, now you are seeing the frames. So this whole video, this whole section of the 10 second is consisting of the 370 pictures. So this is the difference between time code and the frames. I don't use frames in video editing, but in 3D animation I use frames, and in no video editing normally time code is used, so that you can see that the length of video is 12 seconds, 10 frames, and that's it. Now let's talk about this project section. So it allows us to import different stuff or contents. Okay, so let's import some of the contents like these videos. Okay, right now you can see the symbols. So this video, the symbol of this video and this video is different. So this green box is showing that this video has a sound, while this video has no sound. And what is this? This is the sequence that we have created here. We can drag and drop the videos, and all of those editing will be done inside the sequence. Okay, you can undo anything by pressing Ctrl Z. Now you can see the content of your videos by double clicking on it. and moving your time slider like this, like this. Okay, now I want to see the contents of the video inside this project section. To do that, you can change it from the list view to the icon view, and now when you hover your mouse over it, you will see the preview of your video like this. Okay, you can change it to freeform view. Normally I use list view and icon view. Okay, you can change the zoom in and zoom out like this. If you increase it, it is going to zoom in on the contents. If you click zoom out, it is going to zoom out. Now you can see the difference better. Okay, then you can do the same thing with the list view. Okay, one more thing I wanted to show you. If you move it here, you will see the resolution of the videos. Okay, right now the standard resolution of the videos at this point is 1080p, which is this one. And now you can see this, the resolution of this video is larger. This means that this is a 2K resolution. I think this is 2K resolution. So the higher the resolution, the more quality the video have. But with the higher resolution, it is going to take some time for the computation and all that kind of stuff, and it will take more size. So normally in the YouTube, the normal standard is 1080p. Okay, now let's talk about organizing our things inside this project section. So I'm going to import a music. So by double clicking on this section, so I have imported this music. Yeah, you can double click on it to see how to listen to this music. Okay, you can rename these files by either right clicking on it and click on rename, or you can double click on it slowly to rename the files. Okay, that's about renaming. Now create a new bin. So the new bin is like a new folder. Just click on it, it will create a folder. Click on it, give it the name. And now what I want to do, I want to put these videos inside this folder. To do that, I'm going to drag and drop it. Now all of those videos are inside this folder. You can expand it like this. If you double click on this folder like this, it is going to create a separate tab, okay, which will create a seamless experience. Right now you can just drag this video here, then you can go to new tab and then drag and drop any video you want. Let's create another bin for our audio. Type audio and then drag and drop it inside the audio folder. Now we have two different bins and now our files are more organized. Okay, now the next thing I want to teach you is about the read only. So at this point we can delete any video we want, but when you have created some projects and you want to revisit your projects and you don't want to delete any kind of stuff, you can log all of those contents. So in order to log it, just click on here. You can see right now it is showing that the project is writable. If you click on it, it is going to save the project, and now you can see everything is logged. You can't delete any single thing. So this is the importance of the read only and writable. And from there you can find a specific project and you can create a new bin. I will talk about this automate to sequence later. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to explore all of these things Okay, about the find, about the search, you can also search by typing here like this. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit about the source window. So right now, when you move your time slider in this section, it will show your timeline in the program section, program tab. And this is the source tab. Source tab is used for preview of the contents, while the program tab is used for the preview of your sequence. Now this is our source window. If you double click on any of video, it is going to show you the preview. Okay, now you are seeing some of the buttons. This one will allows you to use only video, and this one allows you to use only audio. Okay, but if you import the whole video at the same time, it is going to import audio and video together. So this is the source, this is about the source window, this is about the resolution, these are the some settings. Okay, this is the marker. So at this point, I think at this point the camera shake is too much. So what I can do, I can click here and I can give it a name, camera shake. Okay, and then if I drag and drop it here, you will see this marker. And now I know that here at this point the camera shake will be too much. So in this way you can identify the specific part of the videos, and add marker method is important, and it makes editing easier, I think. And this is go to it. With this button you will move to the initial side of your video, you will move to the ending of the video with this button. Okay, and now what it will does, it will move the slider frame by frame, and you can play and pause the video with this button. I will tell you about these later. You can create okay, and then with the camera button you can create a picture. Right now this video is consisting of multiple frames. You can export a single frame by clicking on this button, and then this is the path where you can save this image. This is the format. Normally I recommend you to use the JPEG format. This is the name. Okay, now let's delete it and double click on it, and let's import a specific section like this. Drag and drop video, and then select another video, move the slider, and import a specific section. Now you can see we have imported specific sections. Let's decrease the scale of this video by 50. Why I have scaled down this video, you can notice that the resolution of this video is higher. That's why I have to scale down the video. Okay, now let's import the audio, and I'm going to import the specific section, and that's it. Now you can see we have created a small sequence, and this is very easy thing to do. Just one more tip I want to give you is to keep these joints on the beats of the audio. Don't worry, I will explain the scrolling, all that kind of thing. Right now we can see the beat of the audio is here, so it is better to place your video at the same place. Okay, if you listen to the video, it will look like that your video is synced with audio. And that's it. Okay, so this is our sequence. Okay, now go to source window. Here, like this, and cut the specific section like this. Now I'm going to teach you about the insert and override. Okay, now let's move the time slider here. Go to the source window, and I want to import this specific section into this part of the video. So I can use insert, and you can see what has been done. Okay, and now you can see our video is imported. Press Ctrl Z to undo it. That was insert, and this is called override. Right now it is not showing here because we are in program window. Let's go to source window, click on override. So what will happen now? This section is going to override this section, this area completely, and it depends upon the length of it. So click on override, and now you can see that part of the video is gone, and right now we have a new part of the video. So inserts does not delete anything, while override deletes the video and overwrite it. You can notice the difference with the name. This is the insert, this is the override, and that's it. Okay, now this is our timeline, and you can see there are no sequences. So there are two ways to create new sequences. The first one, which no one uses but I wanted to tell you, is the click on new item and then click on sequence, and then it will show you this window where you can see the presets. Right now you can choose any preset you want, which is 1080p, 30 fps. Okay, then when you go into settings, this is the editing mode, this is the time base, which is 30 frames per second, this is the resolution, which is 1920 by 1080, this is the aspect ratio, which is 1.0. Okay, so if you have any questions about the theory of these things, I recommend you to Google them. Okay, then this is the display format of the time code. I already told you this is the quality of the audio, and you can create a preset out of these settings that you have changed by clicking here, and if you click OK, the sequence with this name will be created, and you can see this sequence is created. Okay, let's expand it. Right now the resolution of this sequence is 1080p, and you can see the resolution of this video is 2160. So if we import this video into this sequence, it is going to show us a message. Right now this is not the good way to create a sequence for a video, but if you drag and drop a video like this, you can see it is going to show you this message that do you want to change the do you want to update the sequence settings according to video. If you want, you can click on change sequence settings, and now you can use your video properly. Okay, now the best way to create a sequence is to just select any video. Like I want to create a sequence out of this video. I am going to right click on it, and I am going to click on new sequence from the clip, and you can see a new sequence is created. If you click on this sequence, right click, go to sequence settings, you will see that it has all of the properties according to the specific video. And now you can drag and drop other video. You can see if I drag and drop this video, you can see that we need to scale it up, scale it down, because the resolution of this video is higher and the resolution of this video is lower. So you can just change the scale inside the effect controls. In this way you can create sequences in Adobe Premiere Pro. Right now I have a simple sequence which has only one video. Okay, now I am going to teach you about these tools. So right now you are seeing multiple layers, which one is V1, V2, V3. So these layers are for videos. You can drag and drop video on these layers like this. Okay, right now you can see all of 3 layers are being occupied, but you can still drag and drop another layer and it is going to create a V4. Okay, and now the next thing is the log section. Right now you can move your video as you want. Okay, you can stretch, you can increase the duration of the video, decrease the duration of the video as your requirement, but you can log it, and now you can't edit anything of this video. Okay, now why this option, logging option, is here? Why? So the best benefit of this logging I have experienced is that right now I have a video with audio and video at the same time. So if I am going to import another video which has audio and video in it, it is going to replace the audio, which I don't want to do. You can see it is replacing it. So but if I am going to log the audio and drag and drop it here, you can see it is not replacing the audio. So I think that this this drag log thing is helpful in importing audio and videos at the same time. Okay, let's unlock it for now. Let's delete this too and let's increase the duration. Okay, let's delete it again and drag and drop a new video. Okay, and let's drag and drop it again. So the next thing is this allows you to hide and unhide a specific layer. Right now that layer is hidden, and right now it's not hidden. And this is just a simple, the tools are the same for the audio. Instead of this eye icon, you will see the mute track. It is going to mute that specific track. And this is the solo track, which means that if you have multiple audio track like this and you have solo a single track, so that only that specific track is going to get used, not any of these tracks will be used. Okay, it is the same thing like muting all of them at the same time or solo a single layer. Okay, now let's delete them. So we have a single video. Right now this is the insert and override. This is the snap timeline. Okay, so if this is our small video. So if I am dragging this video here, you can see it is snapping. It will snap to the end automatically. So this can be done with this tool. Right now it is selected, so we can snap, we can use this tool. Okay, now this is the linked selection. Right now you can see audio and video are linked together, but if I click it again, now I can move an audio and video separately. Okay, and then this is the add marker, and this is the timeline display settings. You can display, click on show video keyframes, click on show audio names. Right now you can see the name of the audio. Okay, so update it according to your requirement. Okay, now let's talk about the movement in the timeline. Okay, so let's add some of the videos like this and another one. Okay, now you can see the time slider. With the time slider you can move to any part of your sequence. You can do the same thing with this. If you hold Alt and you use the mouse scroll button, you will zoom in, and you can zoom in and zoom out on your sequence. Okay, and it will zoom in and zoom out depending upon your cursor. If I am going to place the cursor here, it will zoom in and zoom out according to that point. If I am going to place the cursor here, it will zoom in and zoom out at that point. You can see the length of the slider, so you can just move these two according to your requirement. Okay, right now I am moving the cursor in this area. If I am going to place the cursor in this area and hold Alt button and use the mouse scroll, I can see the content of the video. I can do the same thing with the audio. Now I can see the beats of the audio properly. Okay, right now it is showing only the initial thumbnail. If I'm going to click here and I can change it to video heads and thumbnail, tail thumbnails, then it is going to show the thumbnail of the first frame and the last frame. You can also change it to continuous video thumbnail, but I don't use any of them. I just use video head thumbnail. You can zoom out by holding Alt and use the mouse scroll in this specific area, and you can do the same thing with this. Okay, now you are seeing this line. So this line is the volume of the audio. If you move it to the top, the volume of this specific audio will be higher. If you move it to lower, the volume of this specific part is lower. You can see the levels, and that's it. Now in this video I will teach you about the selection tool. Okay, so with the selection tool you can select a video like this. You can select the videos with the help of selection tool. You can move these videos. You can change the track of the videos, like here I am changing the track from V1 to V2, V3 and V4. Okay, you can do the same thing here. You can move the audio. So selection tool is for this kind of stuff. The most important thing that the selection tool can do is to trim your video. Right now our video has the complete length. If I am going to drag and drop it like this, it is going to trim the specific part. So this is the function of the selection tool. Right now if I am going to trim it like this, I have decreased the duration, and now we have the complete video. You can see this representation here. This means that we have imported the complete video. If I am going to move it here and decrease it from this side, you can see the dead icon is gone, which means that this is a part of the video. This is not a complete video. If I am going to double click on it and expand it like this, you can see that this video is consist of this part. So you can, with the help of selection tool, you can move the videos, you can trim your videos, you can increase the duration of the videos like this, and that's it. You can overlap your videos like this. Okay, you can trim it. When you increase the trim of the video, you can't get beyond this point. You can see that. I can't go beyond this point because we have another video here. And that's it. This is just about the selection tool. In next videos I will cover all of these tools one by one so that you can understand them and use them efficiently. So what I have done here, I have edited multiple videos in a sequence like this. Okay, so with the selection tool you can select multiple videos at the same time and you can move them as you want. Okay, now the next tool is drag select forward tool. Okay, so if I'm going to click here, it is going to select all of the tracks after this point. Okay, again if I want to select all of the tracks after this point, I can click here and all of those tracks are selected. We can hold shift to select a single track. Like I want to select only this part, this track, not all of the tracks. So what I can do, I can hold shift and click on this. You can see only this tracks is selected. The upper track is not selected. So this is the track select forward, this is the track select backward. It will select the tracks in backward direction like this. So this is a very helpful tool, but I don't use this tool a lot. I don't know why it exists. You can do the same thing by holding shift and it is going to select the specific track, okay, instead of selecting all of the videos by holding shift. And that's it. Okay, now we have 3 videos. Let's create a sequence. So first of all, double click on first one and take a small portion and then drag and drop it here. Now a sequence is created according to that portion. Now select the second video and take out the small portion like this and drag and drop the video. Hold Alt and use mouse scroll to zoom in and zoom out. Then click on this video, take the small portion like this and drag and drop it here. Like this. I think this one is little bit larger. So we have imported 3 videos, 1, 2 and 3. And all of these videos are not complete videos, they are the small portion of 3 different videos. Okay, now the next tool I want to tell you is the Repel Edit tool. Okay, so what it does, so if I do the same thing that Repel Edit tool does with the selection tool, it do this thing. So this thing will be done by the Repel tool. And let's use the Repel tool, and if I drag and drop it like this, you can see what is happening. Sorry, this one. So this is the Repel Edit tool. Okay, you can see that it is automatically decreasing the duration of this video and it is changing the place of this video. Okay, now the next tool is Rolling Edit tool. So what it does, it allows us to move the sequence, move the video in any part we want. Like, let's use it like this. You can see that this portion is decreasing and this portion is increasing. Okay, so what is the difference of the Repel Edit tool and Rolling Edit tool? So if I'm going to select the Repel Edit tool and I'm going to expand this video, what will happen? It is going to expand every single thing. So I've expanded this portion and then it has moved all of the portions forward. But with the Rolling Edit tool, it is just going to move in the specific area. Both of them have their own uses, and try to use them. The next thing is the red stretch tool. So it increase and decrease the duration of the video. So right now we have the video like this. Let's import a specific video for this red stretch tool. So in this video we are going to talk about the red stretch tool. So what it does, it allows us to create slow motion videos and or increase the speed of the videos. Okay, so this is our simple video. If I'm going to run it, you can see how it's looking. Okay, so if I'm going to use the red stretch tool and decrease this video like this, so you can see my complete video is speed up. And if I am going to stretch it like this, and so it will create a slow motion video out of it. Right now you might think that this does not like a smooth video, because the FPS of this video is only 30. So in order to create a good slow motion video, I think 200 FPS are must. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So this is the video that I have imported, and if I go down here, you can see the number of FPS are only 24. So it is not a good idea to create a slow motion video of only 24 FPS. There should be higher FPS if we want to create a slow motion video. But right now I think it's okay. Now you know how to use the red stretch tool. You can also modify the speed and duration of the specific video by right clicking on it, and if you go down, click speed duration. From there you can change the speed. Right now it is set to 7000. The default value is 100%, and with the 100% you can see this is the duration. If I click OK, so this is the original length of the video. So if I'm going to go to speed duration, change it to 200, you can see now my video is speed up. And if I'm going to again change it to 50, now it is slowed down. Again it is doing the same thing as red stretch tool. In this video I will teach you how to create a reverse animation. So first of all, let's reset the speed. So to do that, go right click, go to speed duration, change the speed to 100. Okay, now speed is original. If I'm going to right click again, go to speed duration, you can see that reverse speed is here. And if you click OK, you can see now whole video is in reverse. Okay, now the next thing I want to show you is that if you increase or decrease the speed of the video, and there is some person talking in that video, you will notice the change in audio pitch. Okay, it will create a weird type of audio pitch. So in order to maintain the audio pitch, I recommend you to check it. So it is going to make a big difference. And if you have edited your videos with the help of Ripple Edit, you can check this again. And this is the time interpretation. Right now it is set to frame sampling. If I am going to change it to frame blending and decrease the speed to 50%, you can see right now our two frames are blending together. And I recommend you to Google these terms so that you can understand them perfectly. Okay, and remember, frame blending, frame sampling, these are the methods to create a slow motion of a video. Okay, so we have our video. Okay, now what I want to cut this video from this part. So to do that, we have a tool which is called razor tool. Press C on your keyboard to select the razor tool, and you can see the highlight of this tool, and then you can cut the video into 2 parts. Okay, you can do the here again. You can cut the video in any parts you want, but normally there is a shortcut that I use for cutting, which is pressing Ctrl K. So select move the time slider where you want to cut, and then press Ctrl K, and then it is cut. Okay, do the same thing, and pressing Ctrl K is faster because you don't have to pick anything. Pick the razor tool and move the mouse. You just have to move the slider and press Ctrl K on your keyboard to cut that portion. And let's add more videos like this. Okay, so with the razor tool, only razor tool selected, we are cutting the 2 part, only audio and video. But if you hold shift, you can cut the complete portion like this. You can do the same thing by holding Ctrl Shift K. Ctrl Shift K, and it is going to cut it completely from top to the bottom. And that's it. This is just a simple tutorial. Now you can delete this portion, delete this portion, and then you can merge them together like this. So this is the usage of the cut tool. Okay, let's delete them and delete this part, and we have our video. Okay, now let's say I want to cut this portion like this and like this. So if I am going to delete it, I have to move it manually. Now there is a fast way to do it, is to select that portion and then press Shift Delete, and it is what it does the ripple delete thing. So that thing is called ripple delete. It automatically adjusts the videos according to it. Okay, let's delete this here. If you right click in this portion, you can see ripple delete, and it does the same thing as holding Shift Delete. So these are the things that you are going to use a lot. Pressing Ctrl K to cut the video, Ctrl Shift K to control the whole portion, and press Shift Delete to do a ripple delete. These 3 things you are going to use a lot in video editing. Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about these tools, Slip tool and Slide tool. But first of all, let's import our video. So double click on it, it will move to the source tab, and then create a small section like this. Okay, then drag and drop it here. So we have our video, and then double click on it and then expand it like this. Okay, now we have this is our sequence, and this is our video inside the sequence. Now the tool I am going to teach you is the Slip tool. So in order to show you properly, let's move to the source. So what it does, it slips the contents of the track. So if I am going to move it like this, you can see that it is slipping. So it's just moving the portion. Okay, you can do the same thing by just moving it around like this. But it is doing that. But you can do this thing with the help of Slip tool inside the timeline like this. So this is the Slip tool, and the next tool is the Slide tool. So for that I have to set up some of the sections. Okay, let's clone it. In order to clone it, hold Alt and move it like this. So now it is a clone. Do it with the help of selection tool. Let's make another clone. So we have created 3 2 clones and 1 original. Let's use the slip tool. And this is just a basic tool. Sorry, let's use a slide tool. This is just a basic tool. What it does, it moves this part of the video. Okay, like this, and it has increased the duration of this section and kept this part of the video same.
Yeah. Why power?
So this is our slide tool. It slide the video, it slide the drag. Okay, you can see we are sliding the drag. Let's do it again. You can see we are sliding this section and all of the sections are updating according to it. And this is just another useless tool, I say, because I don't use it at all. Slide tool, snip tool. For the snip tool, I just select the video like this and I move the section as I want, because with the moving of the section I can see the preview completely with the help of slider or in small thumbnails. And I have never used the slide tool till this point. And that's it. Now let's talk about creating transition. So we have our video like this. We have 2 videos combined and you can see they are just changing from one video to another without any transition. So in order to add the transition, right click on the border and then click on apply default transition. And if I run this, you can see now it is slowly changing and I think it's great. Okay, so in order to modify this transition, you can click on it and now you can see your transition in the effects control section. You can move your transition like this. Okay, you can see the preview by clicking here, and you choose the alignment. Right now it is set to center. You can choose on started cut, you can choose on ended cut, depends upon your need. You can increase the length of transition like this. Now it is going to take it slowly. Okay, just to edit the transition, click on it and you can see it inside the effects control. So at this moment I have completely covered the transition on the whole video and it is slowly changing. So for the transition, it is important that you must have a section of the video left behind like this, like I have here. Okay, let's say I don't want to use this cross dissolve transition, I want to use another transition. So to do that, go to effects, go to video transition. From there you can use any transition you want. Let's add zoom, click on drag and drop it here. Now we have this new transition. Again, you can edit it completely by clicking on it and change the length, move it here. You can change all of these things as you want. You can change the zoom in target. Right now it is going to zoom in that area of the video. Okay, let's delete it and add another like this. Let's use this one or this one or this one. You can change the settings of all of the transitions from effects control. You can increase the border width. You can see the border width. You can change its color. You can make it reverse. So go ahead and apply all of these transitions one by one.
Understand.
These are the VR. These are the adaptive dissolve. So that's it for this video. I recommend you to take your time and apply all of the transitions one by one.
And also we have
And it. Okay, now in this video I will teach you about editing of the video according to the effects control. So select this video. I have created two videos. I have arranged two videos. One is at the bottom and one is at the top. So I am selecting the top one, and from there I can change the position of the video. I can change the position of the video. I think we need to change the background video to any other video like this. Okay, so I can change the position of the video. I can decrease the scale of it. I can double click on it with the selection tool, and I can move them with the help of my mouse. I can rotate them. So this circle, this sphere is the anchor point. If I move this anchor point here and if I rotate it, it is going to rotate according to that anchor point. Okay, then this is the next thing is the opacity. I can modify the opacity. So this is like transparency. Now the next thing is the blend mode. You can change it to screen. So I recommend you to experiment with the blend mode. Okay, then so these are the things that you can edit for the video with the help of effects control. You can increase the scale. You can. Okay, so let's move this anchor point to the center. Okay, now let's move the time slider to the initial frame, and then if you click on stopwatch, it will create a keyframe. So what is the keyframe? In this key you can see that there are two diamonds are created. So these keyframes will store these values, and if I move the time slider here, and change the position, make sure to select the video, change the position or decrease the scale, it is going to animate according to it. Okay, let's lock the bottom video. Now we can freely edit our upper video. Okay, so these are the keyframes that have values stored in them, and then you can move these keyframes to create a faster or slower animation as you want. You can create more keyframes by changing the values. Okay, you can create position keyframe. Okay, so what if you don't want these keyframes, just go back to initial frame and then click on the scale again. Click on the stopwatch again, and now it is showing the warning that it will delete all of the existing keyframes. So yes, we don't want any of them. Now the keyframes of the scale are gone, which means the animation is gone. And now you can see this icon here. So this is the reset icon. So let's say I want to reset the anchor point. Now it is in the center. I want to reset the rotation. Now it has been resetted. I want to reset the scale. Now it is resetted. I want to reset the position. Okay, again I don't want animation for the position. I can click on the position here. It will delete all of the keyframes. So in this way you can create animations for your video. let's create a simple animation. Okay, let's move the video here like this, double click on it and then move it here, hold Alt and create a duplicate. Just create two videos. You can use any video you want. I am using these two, and then turn on the position stopwatch and then drag and drop it like this. Okay, so before dragging and dropping, move the time slider and then do it. Now you can see this line and you can see they are appearing. Let's do the same thing with the other video. And move it to the down. And now you can see we have created the animation. You can increase the animation by moving the keyframes closer. And that's it. Okay, you can also reverse the animation by moving the keyframes like this. So now I have reversed the animation. Now instead of going out, they are coming in from the bottom. And that's it. So in Adobe Premiere Pro, you can create some basic shapes. So make sure you have not selected any layer. So click on any empty area and then click on this rectangle tool, and now you can create a shape like this. So this is the rectangle. You can create a shape like ellipse. In order to create a perfect ellipse, you can hold shift, and you can also just hold shift in order to create a perfect circle. And the next thing is the polygon tool. Okay, right now it looks like a triangle, but we will increase the number of sides. So you can see that the new layer is created, and all of these shapes are inside this new layer. So select this new layer, and when you go to the effects control section, you will see three shapes. The first one is the rectangle. You can change the fill color. So the first one is the polygon. You can increase the stroke. You can change its color. You can increase the value of stroke like this. You can give it some shadow, and then you can increase the properties of it. This is the distance of the shadows. I will explain the shadows later. Okay, then this is the shape 2. So now in the same way, you can edit the color, feel and stroke of all of the shapes. Okay, and you can animate them one by one. Like if I expand this shape, which is the pyramid, then you can see that it has separate transform and scale and rotation parameters. So turn the auto key on, move it, and then I think let's make a rotation. Okay, now you can see we have created a simple animation of the pyramid. In the same way, you can animate this circle and this rectangle. So that's it. In this, you can create your own shape with the help of pen tool. So select the pen tool and then create a shape like this. You can see we have created a shape. You can change all of the settings by here. You can change the stroke type from outer to inner or center. You can add one more stroke over this stroke. If you click on plus, you can see another stroke is created. You can create another stroke like this. So in this way, you can create some shapes in Adobe Premiere Pro and animate them as you want. Okay, now in this video, I'm going to create a simple animation so that you can understand how to create a good animation. So right now we have a bottom layer which is locked, you can see, and now we have a upper layer, upper track, and you can see it is just a small video. Okay, now let's animate it. First of all, I want to use the opacity to make it slowly appear. So turn the opacity keyframe on, move this keyframe to the forward direction and set it to 0. Now you can see our video is slowly appearing. Okay, now you can select these keyframes, hold Alt, and it will create a copy of these keyframes. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to move this one here and this one here. You have to swap their position, and then after swapping, move them like this. And now what we have done here, we have created a fade in and fade out animation. Okay, now let's animate the scale. So turn the stopwatch on, move this one here, make the scale 0, and now you can see this is happening. Again, copy this keyframe to here, just swap their positions like this. So okay, now let's add some rotation. Turn the stopwatch on, move to this time slider by holding shift, type 360, then it will create a 360 rotation, and then we just have to clone this like this. And now you can see, okay, now we have to swap these keyframes. And within few minutes we have created a simple, and I think we don't need rotation here, it is not giving it some value, so let's remove it. Okay, so we have created a simple animation within few minutes. Okay, you can see this is the anti-flicker. So this anti-flicker is used when the frequency of the light does not matches with the frequency of the camera. But right now we don't have a use for anti-flicker in this video, so we are not going to use it. And that's it. I will cover this time remapping later. You can see it is just a speed thing. Okay, so we already know that pen tool is used to create shapes like this, but there are other uses of pen tool in our Premiere Pro. So the first one is, if you hold Alt and use the mouse scroll button to increase the size of your track, you will see that there is a line here. So this line represents the volume of the audio. Okay, then you can use the pen tool to create some points like this. I have created these 2 points, and then I can use the selection tool to move these points like this. So what we have done here, we have created 2 keyframes. You can see these 2 keyframes are created. So now our music will slowly rise according till this point, and it will maintain this volume. So in this way you can change the volume of your music and create animation with it. Okay, let's say you can see that the waveform here is too high. You can decrease the volume of the specific area by creating 2 points. I think we need to create 4 points like this, and moving the middle ones to the bottom. You can see we have created more keyframes here, and in this way you can control the volume of your music in Adobe Premiere Pro. And that's it. Okay, so in this video I will teach you about masking. So right now we have we have 2 tracks. The first one is this video and the second one is the simple second video. Okay, now if you go to effects control, inside the opacity you can see that there are 3 different tools. One is ellipse mask, second is polygon mask, and the third one is pen mask. You can see this is similar to this pen tool. Okay, now let's select a circular mask by clicking on this, and you can see our mask is created. Okay, so now only a small portion of our video is visible inside the sequence. Okay, now you can change the settings of the mask completely. Right now you are seeing that the edges of the mask are sharp. Sometimes you don't want it, so you can select the layer, click on mask 1, and from there you can change the feather amount. You can see that right now the edges are smooth. You can modify the mask expansion to increase the expansion of the mask like this. Okay, let's expand it like this. You can decrease the mask opacity. Okay, now you can create another mask. Click on it, you can see another mask is created. You can move this mask here, you can move this here to increase the expansion. You can click on this point to increase the feather. Okay, without going to this panel, you can use these 2 points to modify the expansion or modify the feather amount. Okay, now in the same time you can use the mask opacity. So that's why we have a specific mask opacity with this with separate mask. Okay, and again we have also the main opacity here. Okay, so let's delete the mask too. And now you can see that we have this inverted option. If you click on it, you can see that only that specific area of the circle is not part of the mask and it is inverted. You can use the mask expansion to create. Okay, now you can see that all of the mask has the stopwatch with it, which means that you can create an animation. Okay, so let's create an animation. First of all, delete this mask, create another mask. Okay, now turn the auto key on of the mask expansion and move our mask by clicking on it to here. Okay, increase the mask feather, and then if you move your time slider to a little bit forward and increase the mask expansion like this, and from here you decrease the mask expansion. So now we have created a mask expansion animation. You can see. Okay, now the next thing is you can modify the, you can create an animation for the mask path of the mask. So let's move the time slider here and delete the mask expansion keyframes, and now turn the auto key on for the mask path. And then if you move forward, click on the mask, and then now you can modify its position. And now if you move your keyframe, you can see our path of the mask is animated. You can click on inverted to see a different result. Okay, you can, let's delete this mask. You can create a rectangular mask. You can animate all of these things of the rectangular mask. You can see, you can move each single point as you want, like this. It depends upon your requirements. Okay, you can click on any border to create a third point, and then you can move that point. You can click on any border, it will create a third point, and you can move that point as you want. Okay, let's delete the mask and then use the pen tool, and then with the pen tool let's create a star like this. I know it is a far from a star, but it looks better. Okay, now you can use the mask as a star, and then you can use the same things like feather expansion. You can rotate the mask like this. So that's it for this video. In this way you can see the expansion animation of the star. So in this way you can create masks and animate them. Okay, so in this video I will teach you on how to create text in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so let's arrange the window first of all, and now you can see we have the type tool. If you hold it, you will see there are two different types of type tool. Let's select the first one and click anywhere on the screen like this and type anything. Okay, now you can see we have created a text. If you go to effects control, you can see this is a vector because you vector motion. Okay, you can also animate your text completely with the while animating these keyframes. You already know how to do that. If you expand the text, you can see the different settings for the text, but I don't recommend you to change the settings of the text from here. There is a separate panel for the text. If you go to essential graphics and click on edit, you will see your text is here, and from here you can change and modify your text completely. Okay, right now our text is located on the left side of our screen. I want to center it, so I can use align tool. So if I am click on align center, you can see my text is aligned horizontally. Okay, if my text is aligned like this, we can align it vertically. Okay, you can see you can align it to the left, align it to the right, align it to the top. So I recommend you to use these align tools most of the times because this is faster way to do it. Okay, now the next things are this is the position, this is the scale size of the text, this is the rotation, and if let's set rotation to 0, and this is the position of the text like this. Toggle animation for the anchor point. So this is the anchor point. You can see our anchor point is moved to this position. You can move it by holding and selecting it, and then you can use rotation tool to rotate your text animation according to it. You can rotate your text according to it. Okay, let's set it to 0, and let's set the anchor point to 0 and 0 and make it aligned in the center. You can see now our text in the center. We can modify all of the things of the text. Right now you can see that our text is scaling on the wrong way. So to fix it, we can go down and change the paragraph alignment to center, and then we have to align it to the center. And now if we scale it, it is going to scale according to it. Okay, then you can change the alignment way from here. You can change the font of your text as you want. You can change the type from regular to the bold. You can increase the size of the text from here. Okay, you can increase the spacing between the text characters. You can make them all capital if you. Okay, so I recommend you to spend some time and use all of these settings one by one. Okay, now if you go down, you will see the fill. You can change the color of the text from here. You can give it some stroke like this. You can give it another stroke like this. Okay, you can give it some background. You can see now our background is a little bit dark, so you can change its color. Okay, this is the opacity of the background, this is the expansion of the background, and this is the round corners. You can see if I am increasing it, the corners are getting round. Okay, so this was the background, and if we go down, we can see the shadow. If you click on it, it will create a small shadow of it. So the first property of the shadow is the opacity. You can see this is the direction of the shadow, this is the position of the shadow from the text, this is the expansion of the shadows, and this is the feather of the shadow. it will make the edges of the shadow smoother. Okay, let's say you have modified all of these settings. Okay, and now I'm going to create a new text, and that text will be ABC. Okay, right now it is copying all of the styles, but normally it does not do that. So this is our text, and you can select on it, and from there you can create a style out of it. So if you click on create style, give it same name, so it will save that style as a file, and now you can apply that style to any text you want. So let's create this another text out of it and change some of the settings. Okay, if I want to retain that settings that I have saved, you can go to styles and click on it, and you can retain that. So in this way you can use text tool in type tool in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so in previous video we talked about the type tool. In this video we will talk about the vertical type tool. So there is nothing new within it. It just write the text in vertical and that's it. So this is our text. You can see that the settings are similar to the previous one. You can change the shadows, color, and all that kind of thing. Okay, so this was a vertical tool. You can create a style out of it. You can go to effects control. You can change the text settings also from here. You can give it some rotation. You can create a rotation animation, scale animation, and position animation. You can create a mask like this of your text. You can increase the feather. And that's it. In this way you can create vertical text animation in Adobe Premiere. Okay, so in this video we will create some text animations. So let's do it. With the help of text type tool, type a text, video editing. Okay, then go to essential graphics, change it to all caps. Okay, paragraph to the center, change the alignment to the center. We don't want any stroke. Change the color to the white, change the value to 0. Okay, now press Alt, hold Alt to create a clone of it, and then move it to the down, decrease its size, and then change the type to regular, and change the text to any text you want. Okay, so now our basic texts have been set up. Let's animate it. So in order to animate, go to effects control, turn the position auto keyframe on, and I think this much will be enough, and move it like this. Okay, right now you can see we have created 2 keyframes here, and this is going in reverse direction, so we have to swap the keyframes like this, and now you can see our text is appearing out of the screen. Okay, and then we have the second text, which is a course. So let's use opacity animation with it. So turn the opacity keyframe, move the keyframe to the forward direction, change the opacity to 0, and like this. And in this way we can create text animations. We can create a duplicate of this one, and then move it here, and then move it here like this. And you can see with the copying of the track, the animation has been copied. Okay, you can move the track a little bit like this. In this way you will get some variation in animation. Okay, so let's delete unnecessary things like this. Change the alignment to the center. Okay, move it like this. Okay, so we have our simple video which is little bit which has this text animation. Okay, now you can see the length of our video is from 0 second to 7th second, but our animation is from 0 to third second. So if you want to export a specific part of your sequence, you can do it. Okay, so let's say I want to do it like this, and then I'm going to press I on your keyboard. Press O on your keyboard, it will create a outer frame, and press I on your keyboard, it will create the mark in. Okay, the same mark in and mark out is created inside the sequence that we were creating inside the source window in initial stages of the course. Okay, and now you can see, and now we can export this specific section of this video. So to do that, go to file, go to export, click on media, and now you can see the export tab has been switched. Okay, you can export your file as the MP4. You can give it some name. From here you can change the path. Okay, this is the quality. So right now it is set to adaptive high bitrate. You can change it to medium bitrate, depends upon your need right now. Okay, then these are the formats. Right now we are using H.264, so the format will be so the video will be an MP4 file. You can change it to a JPEG sequence, or you want to, if you are exporting the audio, you can change it to MP3. You can export them as a PNG sequence, waveform audio. Okay, and then if you expand it, you will see the video settings. You can change the frame size and aspect ratio and frame rate from here. You can change the audio format, audio sample rate. Okay, you can do the captions. I will tell you about the captions later. And this is the effects. You can add some effects, time tuner, and I will explain this later. And now you can see that there are many different social media sites. This one is YouTube. While exporting your video, it is going to upload your video automatically on the YouTube, on your channel. So at the same time, you can upload a video on the YouTube, Facebook, and Behance and different websites with the single click. You don't have to open each site again and again and export them separately and upload the video separately. You can just do it at the same time from here. Okay, let's export the media file only. If you click on export, it will start rendering, and you can see rendering has been completed. And this is our video animation. So this is just the basic animation. In the future videos, we will cover some advanced topics. Okay, so in this video, I will teach you on how to create a rolling text animation. So let's create a text, give it some name, chase. Okay, now I'm going to copy the same name again and again. You can write any name you want. Okay, so I have written some names, and all of these names are similar, but okay, now go to essential graphics, change the alignment to the center. Okay, now you can see we have selected our text, and now we can change the style and all of the things. Okay, let's click on this empty area, and then you can see this is the roll. Okay, move the time slider to initial position, click on roll, and you can see the roll animation is created. It looks like the rolling credit animation that you see in the end of the movies. Okay, you can change all of the settings here, which is the pre-roll, post-roll, as in, as out. You can click on soften. So spend some time on this thing. This is just a basic thing. Okay, I have used the same name for the whole text. You can use different name to get a better preview. And if you don't want the roll animation, you can just uncheck it. And now you will, if you click on in the essential graphics, if you click on show in text panel, it will show the complete text of your, it will show you the complete text, and then you can double click on it and change any portion you want. Okay, and I think editing text from this window is faster than editing text from here. Okay, let's go to essential graphics, click on roll, and you can see this is the text that we have edited in previous seconds. So that's it. In this way you can create a rolling animation in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so I have imported a audio file which has a motivational speech in it. You can use any audio file you want. This audio file must have some kind of speech and text, a person that is speaking something. Okay, so let's create captions. Okay, so first of all, select your audio, go to text, go to transcript and click on transcribe, and it will convert your audio into the text form. It might take some time depending upon the length of your video. Right now the length of this audio is around 8 to 9 minutes, so you can see it is taking some time. And now you can see we have created all of the speech is converted into a text, you can see. And I am just wondering what you are going to do with the reason. Okay, so this thing you are seeing is the gap. Okay, so if I click on it and press Alt and zoom in on this position, you can see that there is some kind of gap or silent portion in this audio. So this is what it is representing. You can right click on it and click on cut or delete, and it will remove that silent portion. So you can see that there is no audio in this portion. If I'm going to right click on it, click on delete ripple, it is going to delete that silent portion completely. Okay, and you can also change any text you want. And that's it. This was okay. So now we have transcribed our audio into text. Okay, now create a caption. So in order to do it, click on CC, it will create captions. So go expand it from here. You can change the maximum length in characters, you can change the minimum duration, you can change the lines. Okay, now you are seeing many different formats, but I recommend you to use the subtitle every single time. And you can choose, so if you have already saved any style, you can apply the style from here and click on create captions, and then it will create caption. You can see, hey everyone, we have launched a motivation here. Okay, you can see there are many different captions available. If you go down, you will see that there are 329 text. So all of this work is being done by Adobe Premiere Pro, and you had to do not a single thing. Okay, now select all of them. It is important to select all of them. Okay, you can hide your subtitle from here, you can lock them. Okay, but select all of them, go to essential graphics, and from there you can modify them completely. You can change the alignment to the center like this. You can change the text, you can change it to bold, you can make all of them all caps like this, and you can change the fill, you can give it some stroke. So let's give it stroke of the gray. Okay, now you can import other clips, video files, so let's do it. Okay, so I have imported multiple video files. Now if I'm going to drag and drop them by selecting all of them, but before lock this audio track like this. Now our audio track is locked and we can easily drag and drop all of the files. Okay, let's delete unnecessary. Let's unlink all of them and delete all of the audio files. Click on linked selection again. Now you can see we have created some sort of motivational videos that you are seeing on internet, that you have seen on internet. Okay, now select this, go to effects control, change the scale to 50. I think this was a large resolution. Okay, you can okay, now you can see that our text is a little bit okay. Videos and the brightness of the video and text is almost similar. So let's create a black video. So to do that, click on new item, click on black video, click OK, and now you can see our black video is created. It is just a simple black screen with nothing on it. Okay, now click on the black video, decrease the opacity like this, and now you can see we have created a motivational video. Okay, right now I have used the clips of the nature. You can use the clips of the exercise or crying depending upon the content at the specific period, okay, depending upon the speech. And in this way you can create motivational videos and caption videos and subtitles in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, now we have created a simple video, and you can see our videos are till this point. So I want to render everything till this point, so I'm going to create a mark out by pressing O on the keyboard and mark in. Remember to create mark in and mark out together. Okay, and now I don't want to render this portion out of this region, so that's it. Now go to file, click on export, click on media. Okay, now you can see that we have many different things here. This is the resolution. The thing I want to teach you is the estimated file size, which is 580 MB. Okay, you can decrease the file size if you change the bitrate to medium. You can see it is decreased. You can change the bitrate to lower. You can see, so in this way you can modify the size of your video, but changing the bitrate will decrease the quality of your video. Okay, you can change the format to high quality 4K resolution 1080p HD. Okay, and that's it. You can see the range is selected to source in, source out. These are some general. I have told you about all of these settings, and I just wanted to show you the estimated file size and how you can change it with the help of changing adapted bitrate to medium, high, and that's it. Okay, so in previous video we created some captions. Okay, so when you are creating your course video and you want to upload that course video in a website like Udemy, so you have to give the subtitle file so that your students can understand your lectures completely. So you can create a subtitle file in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so after transcribing the text, you can see after transcribing the text you can click on these three buttons, and then from there click on export, and from there you can export all of the text as the transcript or text file or CSV file. You can also import another subtitle like import static transcript. You can do a spell check, and that's it. And in this way you can export your text as a transcript in Adobe Premiere Pro. You don't need to use a third-party software to do that. Okay, so in this video I will teach you on how to I will teach you how to apply effects on your video. So this is just a simple sequence with 2 videos, or you can say 2 tracks. Okay, now if you go to effects, you can see there are many different effects available. Okay, so what are the presets? So these presets have already been set according to the requirements. Okay, you can use the presets, or you can go to video effects, and from there you can go to blur, and from here you can use the directional blur. You can see this is the fast blur, this is the directional blur, this is a Gaussian blur. So there are many different effects available. Okay, I recommend you to spend some time and see all of these effects, because they are going to change the appearance of your video completely. Okay, let's select our layer and then apply a camera blur. Okay, drag and drop it. So camera blur is applied. Now if you go to effects control, you can modify the settings. Okay, this is the camera blur effect. From there you can increase and decrease the percentage of blurriness. Okay, now one thing you can do is that you can animate this with the help of stopwatch. Okay, let's set the timer. Click on the timer, set the percent blur to 0. Let's set it to 100 for the first, like this, and then after some time set it to 0, and now you can see. So in this way you can create the blur animation. Okay, let's delete the camera blur. Okay, now let's apply the fast blur in. Okay, so it is for, you can see the animation is already applied to the fast blur in. If you use the fast blur out, it will create animation in the end like this. Okay, let's delete these effects because we don't want them. Okay, one more thing I want to show you is that during the blur you can see the edges and you might don't like it, so you can click on repeat edge pixel to fix that issue. You can see that issue is fixed. You can change the blur dimension to horizontal, vertical. So again, I recommend you to spend some time on this effects section. Okay, now if you want to change your video to black and white, you can search the effect here, black, and from there you can drag and drop black and white to your video layer. You can see now our video is in black and white. You can apply the curves effect. Okay, if you click on drag and drop this RGB curves, so what it does, it allows you to create a contrast with the help of these curves. Okay, so let's create 3 points like this, and if you move the lower one to the bottom and upper one to the upper side, you can see we have created a contrast. Click on this eye icon to see the difference on before and after video. After applying to see the difference, you can click on this eye button. Okay, you can increase the redness of your video by increasing the red, or you can decrease it. It will slowly remove the red from your video. You can increase the green color, you can increase the blue color, you can go to secondary color correction. So again, I want you to spend some time on it. There are many different effects. You can see that the list is long. You can create some distort. So let's drag and drop this lens distortion, increase the value like this. So again, go ahead and play with all of these things. You can go to generate, and from there you can generate a lens flare. You can see this is the lens flare. You can change the type of the lens flare as you want. You can increase the brightness, you can, and that's it. There is nothing else to cover. This is the lightning. Normally I don't use the lightning from the Premiere Pro, I use the lightning from the After Effects. And this is the ramp, the gradient ramp. Okay, you can create some noise on your video to make it more realistic, because in the real videos that are captured from your video from your mobile has some noise. Hey, you can increase the amount of noise like this. And that's it. I recommend you to spend some time. You have already know what are the transition. You just need to take some time and see these video effects. So in previous video we have applied some effects on our video, and you know how to apply effects. Okay, now let's say I am applying the effect of black and white to my video. Okay, but you can see this video, the effect of black and white is not applied to this video. So I don't want to go through the hassle of applying it one by one and editing it one by one. So one thing we can do is to use the adjustment layer. Okay, let's delete the black and white from here. Go to project, click on new item. You can see that all of my videos are not organized, so you can see it looks like a trash. Okay, now click on new item and then click on adjustment layer. Click OK after identifying the time code, and then drag and drop it here. Make sure your adjustment layer is similar to your requirement. You can see the length is from this portion to this portion, and then go to effects and apply black and white to it. Now you can see all of my footages that are under this adjustment layer are black and white. If I move this footage above to the adjustment layer, you can see black and white is not applied to it. So adjustment layer is just a simple layer, and if you apply any effects to the adjustment layer, that effect will be applied to all of the bottom layers. You can see in this way you can apply any effect to adjustment layer and it will be applied to all other layers. You can also modify the position of the adjustment layer like this. You can change the scale, you can give it some rotation, you can animate it completely, you can play with the opacity of it, you can create some mask, increase the feather. So go ahead and play with all of the settings, and that's it for now. Okay, so in this video I will teach you how to use effects. So what I want to do, I want to hide the mask, hide the face of this person. So to do that I'm going to use the effects. So the first effect we can use is the fast blur, this one, or the second effect we can use is the mosaic. Okay, so what the fast blur does, so if you select the layer, go to effects control, you can see this is what fast blur can do. Okay, let's delete the fast blur and now apply the mosaic, and this is what mosaic do. So it depends upon you what you want it in order to hide the face of the person. So right now I'm using the fast blur. So let's apply it, increase the amount to 10. I think we need to increase it more. Now click on this, it will create an ellipse mask, and place this mask on the face like this, and adjust all of the points so that it covers the whole face. Okay, make sure that your time slider is at initial position. Now I want this mask to follow the face. So to do that, we don't need to animate the mask by hand. This is the mask tracking. so it automatically tracks the face. So if you click on it, it will start tracking the video, and after tracking completion, after completion the mask will track the face. Okay, so progress has been completed, and now you can see our mask is following the face of this person. Okay, so in this way you can use the effect, and you can create a mask on that effect, and then you can use these tracking tools to track the footage. And that's it. In this way you can hide the face of any person in a video. I already told you that you can do it with two different effects. The first one I have used here is the fast blur. The second one is the mosaic. You can do it by yourself. And this is the second one, and that's it for this video. Okay, so in this video I will teach you how to increase the duration of the music. So we are not going to use the speed method. Okay, so there is a new tool from the Premiere Pro. This is the remix tool. So right now you can see this is the length of our audio. So if you want to increase the length of it, you just have to drag and drop, and it is going to analyze the clip. And after analyzing, it will create small chunks. You can see the chunks from this portion to this portion, and it will merge them together so that it feels like that this is a single audio. And this is done by artificial intelligence in Adobe Premiere Pro. So you can also decrease the length of the music, and it is going to optimize the music according to it. You can convert a 5-minute music into a 1-hour music or 10-hour music. So it depends on how you use it. Just remember, this is the remix tool, and it is used to increase or decrease the duration of the audio. Okay, now let's drag and drop our music to create a new sequence. So we have our music in the sequence. If you go there, you will see the essential sound tab. Okay, so now you have to determine what kind of your audio is. If your audio has some speech, you can identify as a dialogue. If your audio has some music, like this one, you can click on music. If your audio has SFX, for example, explosion music or bullet sound or muzzle flash sound, and just simple sounds of the stuff, you can click on SFX. If your audio is in the form of ambience, you can click on it. Okay, right now this audio is music, so I'm going to click on it, and then a Premiere Pro will show me all of the settings according to that specific requirement, which is the music. Okay, now from here I can modify the loudness. I can click on auto match, and it will auto match the loudness of this whole audio. I can change the duration. I can work on the ducking. So again, I recommend you to work on it and listen to the results, because it's a little bit difficult for me to show you here. Okay, you just have to understand what these things are one by one. Okay, you can see this is the duck against music clips, duck against SFX clip. Okay, and if you have any speech, you can change it from music to the speech. But right now you can see the presets. So these are already created presets. You can use any preset you want. You can click on clear audio type to choose any other audio type. So right now if I'm going to click on dialogue, you can see that the settings are different for the dialogue. We have the option of the clarity repair, where it will reduce noise, it will reduce rumble. So again, go ahead and play with the essential sound tab, because you are going to discover a lot of new things. and that's it. So in this video I will teach you about color grading. So color grading is the method to improve the colors of your footage according to your requirement. So right now you can see the color of this footage are dull. So let's make it better. So one thing we can do is to apply some effects and this kind of thing. The other thing I'm doing is to go to lumetri colors, and from there you can do some color corrections. Okay, you can do these kind of color corrections. Right now if you click on auto, it will automatically set the color for your video. You can see the difference with and without. Let's reset it. These are some presets, so you can use these presets as you want. You can notice the difference that right now you can see that our video is completely changed with and without. Okay, and then let's set it to none. From there you can use the white balance, pick any point, it will balance the white, but you can change the temperature. Okay, if you move it to the right side, you can see that this is the orange color, so it will increase the orange of your video. It will create a tint. It is a saturation, which means that it increase the intensity of the colors. This is the exposure, this is the contrast, this is the highlights, shadows, whites, so it increases and decreases the whites of the video. And this is the blacks, it does the opposite thing of the whites. This is the shadows. Okay, so there are many different things. If you go to vignette, it will create a vignette, so it creates the corners that are white. You can change the midpoint, you can increase the roundness, you can play with the feather. Let's set it to 0 because we don't want vignette. This is the curve. Okay, I already told you how to use the curves, so let's create it like this and like this. You can see the difference is huge. And this is the saturation curve. So again, I recommend you to play with all of these settings. Just spend some time, you are going to understand them much better. Okay, but normally what I do, I use the presets. You can see that the presets do the similar thing. Okay, if I'm going to use this one or this one, you can see with just a single click I have changed the look of my video. And then there are some presets of the lumetri inside the effects section, so you can access them. You can see these are the cinematic color grades, cinematic LUT, and these are the film stocks. These are the monochrome. Okay, so let's apply a film stock one like this one. So drag and drop it, and it is going to update according to it. You can go to effects control to change the settings of the effect. You can see these settings are similar, like temperature, tint, all that kind of thing that I have explained you inside the lumetri section. So in this way you can do color grading of your video. You can see the result here of the tab. And that's it for this video. Okay, so in this video I will talk about the proxies in Adobe Premiere Pro. So normally, let's create a sequence out of this clip. Okay, when you run the higher video of higher resolution, it is going to lag a lot. You can see that right now this video is lagging a lot, and it is going to decrease our experience during editing. Okay, so now what is the solution? So the solution is that you can create a proxy of this video. So what the proxy does, so proxy will create another video which has a lower quality, but you can use that video in the place of this video for the editing, and then all of those editing can be applied to your original or high resolution video. So let's create a proxy. Right click on the video that you have imported, then click on proxy, click on create proxies. From there, make sure format is set to QuickTime, and now from the preset you have to identify the resolution. So if you need high resolution, you can use high. Right now I am choosing the medium resolution. Okay, and then click OK. Then it will open the media encoder, and this media encoder is going to render the video by itself with the lower resolution and lower quality. And then after rendering, this video will be imported here. So let's wait for it. And now let's minimize the video encoder. Now you can see our video is here. You can see this option. This option is the proxy. This icon represents the proxy. Right now our proxy is not applied. You can see that our video is lagging a lot. So in order to apply the proxy, we have to enable the proxy button. So to do that, click on plus button here, and then from there drag and drop this toggle proxies button like this, and then click OK. Now if you click on it, it will convert it into blue. You can see that icon is converted into blue color. And now if I'm going to run the video, you can see that my video is running smoothly. And now I can edit all of the settings, and after editing, like I'm going to apply some effects, this color, these alerts. After applying these alerts, you can see I've applied these alerts on the proxy, and if I'm going to click on here, you can see that these are already applied to my original high quality video. And in this way you can use proxies and Adobe Premiere Pro. You can see the difference of the performance. You can see that my video is lagging, but with the proxy it is not lagging. Okay, so in this video I will teach you about the color grading and Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so first of all I have imported this video here. You can see that the colors of this video are not as great as they should be. So what we can do, first of all, we need to change our workspace to colors. So to do that, click here and then change it to color. Okay, now our workspace has been changed to colors, and now click on Lumetri scopes. Okay, and now it will show you some colors type of thing. Okay, then no, don't worry, go to settings. Okay, so we want so let's select all of them. Okay, so right now we only want this one, so let's remove unnecessary things that we don't want. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to manage the colors of this footage so that they lie under the 100 and 0 completely. Right now you can see that they are spread a lot, and we need to modify some of the things. Okay, so this 100 represents the complete white. So if I am going to increase the exposure to 100, you can see that it is set to 100. All of the colors are being sent to 100 region. Okay, if I set it to black, set the blacks to high, you can see right now all of the colors are set to 0, which means they are black. Okay, let's reset everything by clicking here, and let's start fixing. So first of all, let's decrease the exposure a little bit, and then let's increase the contrast. You can see contrast is spreading every single thing. Okay, then let's increase the highlights little bit. Okay, then increase the shade, decrease the shadows. increase the whites, and then increase the blacks. You can see why when we are decreasing the black, they are appearing on this line, which we don't want. So increase the black like this, and that's it. Now we have changed the color of our video completely. You can see the difference. Okay, and now you can see our video looks much better. Okay, so this is another video I have imported. In order to show you how to use the color correction correctly. So let's go to Lumetri scopes, and you can see the colors are in this region. We need to expand it so that they lie in whole complete region from 100 to 0. So let's start working on it. Let's give it, I think exposure is not working right here. Let's increase the contrast, decrease the highlights, decrease the shadows, and let's decrease the whites also, decrease the blacks, increase the contrast, increase the exposure a little bit, increase the saturation, and then click on white balance and pick something on your footage that is pure white, like this one, this portion here. So I am going to pick it, and now you can see the difference it has made. Okay, and then let's click here to see the difference. This is the without our color grading, and this is with color grading. As you can see, the difference is huge. So color grading plays an important role in your footages. You can see the histogram changing here. What is this called? It is called parade. It is called parade. So you can see the parade changing. Okay, you can see when I am decreasing the black, they are appearing on the 0 line, which we don't want, so we don't need to decrease it more. Okay, you can see this portion is little bit empty, so we can increase the exposure a little bit. We can increase the highlights. We can apply some curves. Like this. We can use hue saturation curves. You can see the green part we have too much right now. So that's it. In this way you can do color grading of your video, and it is going to make a huge difference. And again, you can save this as your own. And that's it for this video. Okay, so in this video I will teach you how to increase the saturation of the specific part of the video. Okay, so if I am going to use the saturation here, it is going to increase the saturation of the whole video, which we don't want. Okay, and now you can see the color mapping here. You can see that it has evenly spread, which means that the color grading has already been done on this footage. Okay, now if you go to curves, go to hue and saturation curves. So right now hue represents the color and saturation represents the intensity of the color. So what we want to change the intensity of the blue color. So let's create 2 points like this and this. And if I'm going to move the point, you can see only a specific part of the video. Only these blue colors are changing. So this is the selective color grading. Okay, right now I am increasing and decreasing the blue color. You can create a curve. You can create points on this graph here. So again, I recommend you to spend some time on it so that you can understand it completely by yourself. This is the luma versus saturation. Okay, now let's change the green color. So let's create a curve. Let's create point for the green color and move them to the top. You can see only green color of our video is changing. Let's do the same thing here. And let's create here. So that's it. In this way you can do selective color grading in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so you can record your own voice in Adobe Premiere Pro. So in order to record it, you just have to select the audio track and then you have to click on this mic button, and after clicking this mic button it will show you the countdown timer and then it will start recording, and after completion of the recording you can click on this button again to stop the recording. So this is just a simple feature in Adobe Premiere Pro where you can record your own voice without any third-party software. You can record your own voice in Adobe Premiere Pro, and then after recording you can apply some audio transitions, you can apply some audio effects depending upon your need. And that's it. Okay, so I have imported a simple sequence from the Fast and Furious movie. So what I want to do, I want to cut specific parts, so like that. So right now this scene is changing, so I want to cut this scene. So we have a one scene and then this scene is changing at this position, so I want to cut it. So right now you can see that I have to do it manually with moving the slider and pressing Ctrl K to cut it, which is not the right way to do it. There is a fastest way to do it. To do it is to right click on the track and then click on scene edit detection and click analyze. It will analyze the whole footage and then it will cut it into pieces. You can see this is this other piece, this is other piece, this is another one, this is another one, and you can just move any single piece to any place you want. You can see I have completely changed it. So in this way you can use scene edit detection to cut out the pieces of your video. Okay, so in this video I will teach you how to use motion graphics template in Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's create a new sequence. From here click on sequence, click OK. Now a new sequence is created. Okay, if you go into Essential Graphics panel, inside the browse you will see many different templates. So these are the templates that you can use in your video. Okay, let's say I want to use this one. I just have to drag and drop it here. It will import the motion graphic template, and now you can see that template has been imported, and now you can change the text from here. Okay, so this was just a simple text template. If you go to browse, you can drag and drop this news intro, and then you can see it is animating. Now you can change. If you go into edit, okay, now you can edit all of the settings. This is a thing, which is a size, this is another size, this is the styling. You can change the colors, and then so in this way you can use already installed templates in Adobe Premiere Pro. There are many different templates, so just use all of them one by one. These are great to use, and click OK. This is the second template that I have imported. You can see that it is already animated. So that's it for this video. In this video I have taught you how to use templates in Adobe Premiere Pro. You can change all of the colors from here. You can increase you can change the shield design. You can hide the shield. So that's it for this video. Okay, so this is the mixkit.com. This is the website from where you can download the free video templates. You can also buy the video templates from other websites. So if you click on video templates, go to Premiere Pro, and then you can use all of these templates for your use. Okay, let's find a good template. Okay, let's use this one. Now click on download free template. Okay, now this is the file. Now go to 7-zip, extracted. Now it's been extracted. Now we have to import this file inside the Adobe Premiere Pro. So in order to do it, go to Essential Graphics panel and then click on this button here. This will install the motion graphics template. Now see, you have to select your template. This is our template. Now double click on it. You can see that it has been imported. Now just drag and drop it here. Click on keep existing settings, and now you can see our animation has been imported. You can change all of the colors as you like.
So that
You can change all of the colors. You can increase the scale of it.
these are the things doing the stitching.
You can change the position. You can change the text. You can change the type of the font. So in this way you can import any motion graphics template you want inside your Adobe Premiere Pro. If you go to the YouTube, from here you will see the templates for the YouTube, subscribe, channel name, and these kind of things. And that's it for this video. So here I have a simple project of this person standing on the rock. Okay, let's do some color grading first. So change the workspace to color. Go to geometry scope. Make sure that this one is selected. Okay, now select your layer. Go to basic correction. Click on auto. And then increase the black little bit, increase the exposure, increase the contrast, and then work with the highlights, and then work with the shadows like this. Increase the whites and blacks. Okay, so we have done color correction. Okay, now for the white balance, pick something that is much brighter, like this one. No, I don't think this one is good. This one, not this one. Okay, so this is good. You can see the difference of the color grading of before and after. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do, we are going to write a text. Travel. Okay, then go to change the workspace to essentials. Go to essential graphics. Increase the size of the text. Make it to the center like this, and change the font to something darker, and change it to, I don't think, change the font. Okay, so I like this one here. Okay, so I think this one is good for now. Let's duplicate our layer, video layer, and then go to effects, click on Ultra key, type Ultra key,
7, 8, 8 feet of the animals.
And drag and drop drag and drop it on the top layer, and then go to effects control, pick the color of the leg, and then in the matrix generation, so instead of picking color of the leg, we need to pick the background color. Okay, now we can see our text. Okay, then we can increase the transparency little bit. We can increase and decrease the highlight. So spend some time on adjusting all of these settings. Then inside the meta cleanup, work with it, increase the soften, increase the contrast. Okay, so now our text is visible on the other side of the object.
That's how becoming leanness to wanting to look. Yeah, I feel that.
So in this way you can use text on the background of a layer.
People married people on my side.
You can also do some play with all of these settings to get a much better result.
Ball, yeah, fascinating.
Okay, right now this is much more better. So that's it. In this way you can use a text as a background of your video. In this video I will teach you how to use the vignette. So go to Lumetri colors. If you go down, you will see the vignette. Okay, so if you increase the amount, the sides will become brighter. Okay, but this is not how we use vignette. We need a darker sides, darker edges. So instead of moving in right direction, we need to move it in other direction like this. Okay, so in this way you can create a vignette. So the vignette effect is applied, and then you can do some more color corrections as you want. Right now I'm going to use the auto, not going to change anything else. Increase the saturation, decrease the contrast, increase the highlights, decrease the shadows, increase the white, and decrease the blacks little bit. Okay, now let's see the difference. You can see the difference is huge. So just in this video I wanted to show you the negative amount of the vignette results in the darker edges, and brighter will and positive values will result in the brighter edges. In this video I will teach you how to create the glow effect. So let's create a composition. Let's create a sequence. So click on new sequence from the clip. So this is our video. Okay, now in order to create a glow effect, we are going to clone the video by holding Alt. So now we have two videos that are same over each other. Okay, now select the top video, go to effects, type GAU, and then use the Gaussian blur and drag and drop it to the first layer. And now increase the blurriness to any value you want. Okay, like this, and then with the opacity you have to decrease it. So decrease the opacity to 40%, and now you can see we have created a glow effect. You can change the blurriness value depending upon your need. You can see the difference with and without glow effect. And that's it. In this way you can create glow effect in Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so this is just another color grading class. So you can see I am going to use this video. Okay, but you can see this is the video before color grading, and if you go down you will see another video with the color grading. So let's try to get this look with this video. Okay, so let's double click on it, click on import. Okay, and then go to Lumetri colors. Okay, then click on auto. It now every setting automatically settings has been adjusted. Change the workspace to the color, and you can see most of our colors are on the zero line, which we don't want. So let's move the black to the top, decrease the exposure, increase the contrast, increase the highlights, increase the shadows, increase the whites, like this, and then play with the temperature, increase the tint. Okay, so we have done some basic color correction. If you go to creative, you can change the intensity. Okay, you can increase the sharpness, and you can increase the vibrance, you can increase the saturation. Okay, so I think our color grading has been completed. Okay, we need to move some of these parts away from the 100 and 0. So let's go to basic color correction, decrease the contrast a little bit. Okay, now it's better. This is with color grading and this is without color grading. So as you can see, difference is huge. And that's it for this video. Okay, so in this video I will teach you how to freeze frame in Adobe Premiere Pro. So create a new sequence from the clip. So this is our clip. Okay, now I want to freeze the frame right here at this moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press Ctrl K, and then after moving the slider a little bit, I'm going to press Ctrl K again. And now we have a small portion of video that we can freeze. Okay, now right click on it, go to speed and increase the speed to 1000 and click OK. So okay, sorry, we need to decrease the speed to 0, and now you can see our frame has been freezed. Okay, now let's move it here. So in this way you can freeze frame in Adobe Premiere Pro. Make sure to change the speed to 0 so that it set it to the lowest value. And that's it. With this technique you can freeze a frame in Adobe Premiere Pro like this. And then you can apply some effects, do color correction, play with the settings. And that's it for this video. Okay, so in this video I will tell you how to create an amazing thing in Adobe Premiere Pro. So for that I'm going to use this video. So let's cut the specific part of video like this and then drag and drop it here. So we have a video in our sequence. Now let's create a clone of it. Okay, and then turn off the bottom video by clicking on this eye. Now we have only first video. Let's go to effects and apply a key to it, which is ultra key. Drag and drop it on it. Click on this button and pick the red color. Okay, and then go to meta generation, play with all of the settings like transparency, decrease the highlight, decrease the shadow, select like this. So adjust all of these settings so that specific color is starting to fade away. Okay, like this. Okay, go to matte cleanup, increase the choke. increase the soften. Okay, so we have almost taken out the red color. Okay, now apply a black and white effect to it. This is the black and white. Drag and drop it to the first video. Now everything is black and white. Now if I'm going to enable my bottom layer, you will see only red color of our video is visible. You can make it more great by adjusting the values from here, playing with transparency, playing with highlight. So in this way you can make one color to stand out in your whole video. You can see only red color is visible properly. And then you can create adjustment layer by going here, click on adjustment layer, click OK, drag and drop it, increase its duration, and apply a lumetri color preset, lumetri color effect to it, and then you can do some color grading by like this. So that's it. In this way you can stand out, you can make one color stand out in your whole video.